Hello, my friends. It's Nancy Bastine. Welcome back to my channel. Remember, I showed you this the last time I was on. I found this book that I made for lettering, but we're not going to use it for that. We are going to do some gluing today. Yay! I'm going to do some gluing, and I've been harvesting magazines and all kinds of calendars and stuff like that. So I got a basket full here of stuff, and I thought we would start. I even downloaded some Tisha Moore stuff. So yeah, I got a basket full of stuff here that I want to use and glue in this book because book gluing is fun. I'm going to move my keyboard and hopefully I'll have enough room to set this right there without interrupting too much of my camera setup. So let's get gluing, shall we? So I got this picture off of a calendar, and I think I just want to use it in this book as a, background. I'm going to use Yoo-Hoo stick glue. I don't know if it'll glue this calendar down. It may not. And I don't know why that keeps making that noise. I don't know if it's going to come out on the film or not. Every time I move something on the desk, it makes that noise on my computer. Yeah. So anyway, let's see if this glue will stick this page down. If not, I'll get out the Aleene's glue. My new computer should be here Thursday, and I will be so happy to have it here. Yes, I will. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to call this book. Maybe just a glue book. I don't know. We will have to see what happens here. I know I'm going to take that front cover off. It says lettering. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I think I'll just sand it and put something else on there. I was taking a class from, is it Rosemary Reynolds? I don't know, that's not right. That's from Sharp. Her name was Rosemary Sharp or something like that. She was teaching lettering. I took a class from her. Anyway, and I pulled out some of these book pages. I went and bought some books at some paperback books at the dollar store, like this one's Pinocchio, and I got some pages, some pictures that I like, but I think it's too white. I don't know. I think I need to age it. Maybe not. Just tear it up a little bit. And stick that right there. I got wet hair. I just got out of the shower. I've been doing too good, guys. I don't know. I need something to glue on. Hang on a minute. Let me find a. I know I have a magazine around here that I can use for an old. Hang on. I'm going to go find an old phone book. I'll be right back. Alright, I found a People's Magazine, which is okay. That's fine. So, now I don't know what to do with it when I move it. Maybe I should just get a piece of wax paper. And it just all falls on the floor. Story of my life. Story of my life. That's what happens to me. Let's see, what else can we find to put on here? Oh, look, beech nut gum. Remember beech nut gum? I like the cloves. Oh, and I like the blackjack. I remember when they had flavored cigarettes. I love to smoke the cloves. The cloves one. I don't know why, I just did. So, yeah, I haven't been doing so good. I've been kind of just not doing so good. Sticking in my corner. I don't know. I miss him so much, and it's so hard. The summer months are going to get even worse. I've been waiting for him to get here, and I don't know. Oh, well, we won't talk about that. Let's see. What else do I have in here? I cut out a bunch of these little things. This was off of the Pinocchio. Back of the Pinocchio book. Except for I think it's going to need some, it's hard, it's going to need some glue that won't come out. Why don't mine ever work? Is it because I don't use them often enough or what? But my glues, see, and that one's just, I just took the top right off of that. Ugh. Alright, I'm going to the silicone glue. I know it works. Listen to me talk. Yeah, right, it works. Watch it be plugged up. Nope, it's not plugged up. So anyway, I got up today and I got in the shower. I haven't even been showering every day or even every other day. It's been a week since I showered. That's embarrassing. That's just totally embarrassing. Now these, I tried to do what Amy Johns was doing. I think she found it from, what's her name? I can't remember her name. But you use, Awesome on the back of it, and it takes the glue off at the back. And I did a couple of these pages, but it just took too long. It was too long for me to do. I couldn't handle it. It just that craft was too long. I'd have been here for days. working on that. Let's see, what else do I have in here? These are bigger pictures. Oh look, glasses. I remember cutting this out yesterday because I wanted these. I thought these glasses were cool. Out of the O magazine, which I can't stand her. Yeah, we're getting there. Let's see. I don't have any stories to tell. It's finally warmed up today. Maybe spring is finally going to sprung. We might be getting some spring weather. Oh, look, that just goes right on there really good. Right there. Just right there. I haven't called my sister-in-law to see if her crocuses are up yet. I keep forgetting to ask her every time I call. But they come up when the weather's still cold. And it's nice today. I can probably get my garbage out today. It's been a couple of weeks since I put my garbage out because it's just been so cold. I don't do good in the cold weather. And not at all. There we go. Let's see what else we can put on this page. Or should we go to another page? Oh, look what my glue is doing. Can you all see that? It's a bubble. Maybe I should close it. Okay, let's turn to a different page. We may come back to that. Let's go to the back or the middle or somewhere in this book. And let's put these down. Let's tear this side because it's got words on it that I don't want. I just wanted the color of the pillows because I thought it was a pretty, these were pretty colors. I'm going to get the white off of here. I also have some ephemera that I have made that I can put in here. Oh. Let's see how this works. It's real delicate after you take all the ink off of it. And I think magazine pages that didn't have a lot of color on them would work better, that maybe just had words on the back of the picture that you wanted. Theirs all seem, Amy's seemed to come out really, really pretty and really fast when she did it, but oh my gosh, this took forever. That's not working. I sat here and rubbed and rubbed and rubbed for days. Well, not days, but a while. And I was just, no, that's not for me. That's just not for me. So this page is really delicate. It'll tear real easy if you're not careful. But it could be, you know, and I thought I know I have some citrusol around here because I ordered off of Amazon. And I know it was downstairs because I was going to do some, but I was going to do some pages out of, how come I can't think? National Geographic. Alright, I'm going to put these words down from the Pinocchio story. And put them right there. Come on. So, but, I don't know. I think Elizabeth's unicorns came here and took it because they're hiding it from me because I can't find it anywhere. And I knew exactly where it was, but it's gone. Citrusol is gone. Quit that, computer. Stop doing that noise. Every time you move the desk, it makes that noise. Alright, let's see what else we got in here. Calendar pages. I might have to go to my other book. And that's just calendar. I don't need that. Oh, look, here's a pretty butterfly. We can cut that out. This is off of a calendar. I have a calendar. I have calendars. I went to the Dollar Tree a couple of years ago, and I just went through and was buying a bunch of calendars. And I'm glad I did because now I can harvest the pictures off of them. I'm thinking, that's why I'm being quiet. I wish I had things to say. I don't have anything to say. Oh, that's pretty. Except for it needs to go on a different page. Let's put it over here. Let's put it right there. It's pretty right there. It's pretty, pretty, pretty right there. Oh. So, I signed a new lease. I'm staying here for 1 more year. And then I'm going, this year, I'm going to make arrangements to fly out back to Utah. And find a place to live and find a doctor. And then I'll be getting all set to move back closer to my kids. Because I think that's where I need to be, so that they can take care of me. Like when I get the flu or something. Okay, now that says classic readers on it, and I don't want that on there. So I'm going to cut it off. And this is off of the book, so it's going to need some heavy duty glue. This is fun, guys. I think I needed this. I think I need to come in here every day and make videos and be with you guys, and no matter what I'm doing, even if I'm diamond painting, I should make videos of that and get back into this groove of things, because sitting and watching TV is not good for anybody. And that's what I've been doing. Is I get up, I turn the TV on. That's where I end up all day. TV has never been a good thing for me, because I get too involved in it. Way too involved in it. Alright, that looks pretty cool on there. But I think we need to, what I need to do is spray some pages, some of these book pages. So let's do that. I found some sprays that were out in my other craft room when I very first started crafting here in this house, that was out on the back porch that was built in. I found some sprays out there, and I brought them in, and they all work, and I don't know what they were they were mixed with, but they don't have any mold or anything on them. They don't smell like alcohol. So I think what they are mixed with is some distilled water. I'm going to get a few of these out, and because these are pretty boring, this may end up being a spray your pages book video instead of a glue video. But you know, you have to do what you have to do. Plus there's not writing on them anymore. See, I had them labeled of what color they were, but not anymore. Now, doesn't that look better than just plain old book page? I think so. Its sprays are going everywhere. I don't care. Because, you know, this is what I do. This is what we do. So that was either pink or red. I don't know which. But let's get some more. I'm going to set these somewhere to dry. It won't take long to dry. Put them down here on the floor. Yeah, I got all these pages out of these books because I like the story, but I like the pictures, because the pictures are fun. Alright, I'm just going to start spraying and mop up. And now this says hot pink, but you know what? I don't think that's hot pink. I think that's yellow. Yeah, and I was right. It's yellow. Anyway, I think colored pages are much better than just black and white ones. Y'all agree? I hope y'all agree. And I'm so glad that I found these sprays and that I can use them, oops, without breaking them. That wasn't cool. And I also have new clothes on that I went and purged some money and bought some new clothes, and I thought I was just going to be gluing, not spraying sprays. Hopefully it won't get on my clothes. If it does, it does. I don't even know where my apron is. Can y'all see what I'm up to here? I'm up to about 5'4", 5'3". It says blue-green, so I think it must be red, fuchsia. Oh, these are interesting sprays. They're not what they say they are. Is that pretty cool? I think that's pretty cool. Alright, I'm not going to sit here and do them all. But I did want to get a few of them done so that I don't have black and white pages. So let's do a few more. Was Jiminy Cricket in Pinocchio? Because I see a cricket here. Is that Jiminy Cricket? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me. That's Jiminy Cricket. I can't remember if he was in Pinocchio or not. Alright, let's see what this color is. I must have a lot of red. The orange. That one's going everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. That's right, computer. It's going everywhere. These are, I'm going to call these mystery sprays. Because we are in a mystery of what color they are. Funny, funny. Oh, I forgot to change my clock back in here, or ahead. And so, when I do that, I need to change the battery. This was Wes's clock. He had to have a clock. He had to know what time it was all the time. I don't know where he planned on going or what he planned on doing. But he needed a clock. Wanted to know what time it was. He was really strange on the last few months that he was alive. Cancer does really strange things to your brain. Funny though, he wasn't in any pain. Of course, he was on a lot of morphine. But he wasn't in any, he didn't have like excruciating headaches, which I thought you would get with brain cancer. But evidently you don't. Or he didn't. Some other people might, but my sweetheart didn't. Ooh, that went everywhere on me. I'm not pretty colored fingers. So this says light blue on it, and I think it's yucky purple. Alright, I'm about done with this mess. I'm going to go back to some gluing. Alright, let's put this mess away. And I even have a drawer for it. A nice and neat drawer. Because I'm trying to be somewhat organized. Somewhat of what I wasn't downstairs. I was a fat mess down there. And what I found out in here is it's beginning to become a mess with diamond painting everywhere. I need a room for just a craft room for just diamond painting and craft room for just crafts. But that's not gonna happen. So what I'm gonna have to do is decide where I'm gonna put those diamond paints. Alright, back to the glue book. I'll set these pages over here. And that book fell on my keyboard, which might not be a good idea. Might shut us down. Alright, paper towels everywhere. Might need these. I'll put them right here. Here we go. Back to the glue book. Back to gluing. Back to forging papers. I got a lot of butterflies. Oh, look. I love these little doggies on here. So I'm gonna cut them out as best I can. I even like their little signs. It says good stuff. It's advertising dog food, I guess. Treats. Ooh, I shouldn't say that word out loud. I'll be having my dogs whining for treats. They know that word. And I don't think I need that for anything. But anyway, these are kind of cute. No artificial flavors or meat byproducts. Well, that's what we want for our animals, isn't it? My one little doggy, Molly, who loved Wes to pieces because Wes was a person that didn't sleep at night, and he was that way all of his life. And then one day he would just crash and sleep for like 24 hours. But at night, after everybody went to bed, he would decide that he needed to pop some popcorn or get some cereal or make some biscuits or open a package of chips, and he was feeding those all, you know, little bites of that stuff to Molly till she got really, really fat. She's just a miniature dachshund with Chihuahua mixed in her, I do believe. She's not a full-bred dachshund because she has a short nose like a Chihuahua, long body like a dachshund, screwy legs like a Chihuahua. You know, she's mixed. They lied to me. She's mixed. Anyhow, she loved him because he fed her so much stuff, and she got to be so fat. Well, now that he's passed away, and I go to bed at night, and I attempt to go to bed at night. I may not sleep, but I'm not eating all night, and so she is now, after he's passed, I've gotten her crate trained to where she goes to sleep in a crate at night, or she'll just constantly be whining and begging, and yeah. So she lost a lot of weight, and during losing her weight, she's lost muscle mass. And so the vet, I have a vet that comes to my house. He's a house call vet, and he did blood work on her and tested her sugars and couldn't figure, and her blood work came back fine because I want to get her teeth cleaned, and he didn't want to put her under unless she was okay. And aren't those cute? Those are cute in there, huh? I should have put something behind them though, I do believe. I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. Don't do things quite right like everybody else does, but I'm learning. So anyway, her blood work came back saying that she was fine. They still don't know where the muscle mass is going, why she's losing muscle mass. He told me to increase her food. I've been doing that. But anyway, when I took her to the groomer said, why don't you try to get her some high protein food and see if that will help her. And so I'm taking her advice, and I ordered some buffalo blue high protein kibble food. So it came this morning, so we're gonna see if that will help her gain. I don't want her to gain weight just in one spot. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna move this book. Alright, I think I need to get my other basket out here and forge in it a little bit. I don't want all these pages here. This has got birds and stuff in it that I cut out of my birds and birds and blooms book. So I think we're gonna use some of these. Oh, and I got another Look at these. These came out of a Victorian magazine. And look at all these little squares. I got a bunch of those pages out and cut those little squares out. Let's see what we have in here. We want to put some birds down. How about some Trader Joe paper? Let's do some Trader Joe. Yeah. Let's do some Trader Joe paper. Let's go back over here. And yeah, get some Trader Joe paper. I get these once a month. When you shop at Trader Joe's, you ask them for their paper, and they mail it out to you once a month. This one must have been a Christmas one, a December one, and a November, because there's pumpkin and stuff. Yeah. I need to find out how come I'm not getting them anymore. Maybe I need to go do some shopping there and tell them I want back on their list. Bite-sized, savory, thin minis. Thin mini crackers. Yeah. Organic light corn syrup. A couple that I watch on YouTube, they make candy in Syracuse. Yeah, Syracuse. New York. They're called Hercules candies. If you've ever heard of them. Well, they do chocolate covered marshmallows. And they get their marshmallows from Trader Joe's. And are they ever delish? Their chocolate is delish. Everything about them is delicious. So I'm just going to put a bunch of this papers down. So I'll have something behind my, yeah, when I want to put something down, I'll have something behind it. Yeah. I'm just going to tear some paper up. Don't you love to hear paper being torn? So, I ordered some of those, half a pound of those covered marshmallows. They are to die for, guys. They are to die for. And I'm sure they make hard candy, and I ordered some hard candy from them. They make candy canes. They make brittle. They make all kinds of stuff that is just yummy, yummy, yummy. And they YouTube it, and they are growing so fast. And it's all handmade. They don't use... What I thought was interesting about them is it was his family. It was the guy that owns it now. It was his great grandfather that came over from Greece. And anyway, they started this candy. They needed a job, and so they landed in Chicago, and they went to Chicago candy making place to get a job, and they learned how to make candy. And then they started their own candy store. And then somehow or another it closed down, and then one of the other great-grandfathers had moved to Syracuse into this house. And during the Depression, he had to close it down during the Depression, but he opened a candy making, and the whole family worked for him. And they've got their copper kettles, everything that they had that was old that they brought over, they're still using. And anyway, they have it in their basement of this house. They live in the top floor. The middle floor is the store, and then the basement is where they make their candy. And but they have what they call a cornstarch room, and I didn't know you could do it, but you can make molds with cornstarch if you have a press, if you have a mold press, which they do, and they have different kinds of molds. Like they have, like when you order creams, you know how they're like a teardrop. They have that mold. They have, I don't know which one to put on here, the kitty cat on the horse or the corn. I think I'll put the kitty cat on the horse. And they have these trays, and they put this cornstarch on it, and they smooth it out till it's smooth as a baby's butt. Then they stick it under this mold, and they press it down, and it makes these molds. And then they get their creams ready, and they don't use pastry bags. They use a metal funnel with a stick in it, and there, I have a page of stuff, background page that I can put stuff on. Now, I have some calendar pages also. This is a calendar of Norman Rockwell. I think I can use these pictures in my personal journal, but I don't know. So, and now I have some flower pictures, and I have so many of them. And then I have birds and blooms. But look at this. Look at this. Isn't that cool? That's makeup. Anyway, I think it's cool. I'm going to put it down as a background. So, yeah. And then they let them sit till the creams dry. They have like an egg one where they make all these different kinds of creams, like cherry and orange, and all different flavors of creams. Then they let them sit till they dry, and then they take them out of the cornstarch, and then they sit at a table and temper their chocolate, and then I'm going to put it this way, I don't know, over here. Then dip, they're dipped by hand. Actually, he has one hand that's in the chocolate and one hand that's not, and he takes the creams and he throws them into his chocolate hand, and he gets them all chocolatey and taps it off, and then puts it on a tray, and it has a little loop-de-loop on top. I mean, it is amazing to watch. Yeah. So if you're into candy, you might want to go watch them. But it'll make you hungry, and you'll want to eat some. You'll want to buy some from them. Anyway, I thought I'd just tell you a candy story. I need to tell you craft stories. I've been watching a lot of YouTube crafters doing their journals and whatever. That's why I don't sleep at nights, because I'm watching you guys on my other laptop. The one that decided I bought it on a whim and it doesn't work so good. Oh, look, there's a bug. Or it's a moth. It's Mrs. Moth. Mrs. Martha. And there's another Martha. It's a sphinx. Watch for these moths. Are they mimicking hummingbirds? I don't know if they are or not. And I'm going to cut some of this away because I just want the moth. Okay. And I'm going to put Martha right down here. She needs something behind her. Like I don't know what. What she needs behind her. She needs something behind her. Let me find something. I must have something I can put behind her. I don't know how to do this, you guys. I just don't know how to do this very well. Oh, look. I can put this behind her. That was my refrigerator. If you all heard it. All right. Let's see what we can put behind Martha. I'm going to tear Martha's edge. I don't like straight edges. Sometimes I do, but I wish I could collage like Page Fish does and Dawn. All these cool people who just glue stuff and it looks so pretty when they're done. Mine looks like a 2-year-old did it, a 5-year-old did it, and maybe not even that. All right, let's put something down here. Like that, maybe. I'll put it this way. This way. Just to cover up the page a little. There's noise outside. My dogs are probably going to bark. I've got them. I got their crate covered up so they can't see. That's the only way I can craft without them barking at every little thing that goes by. Belle wants to bark at it. She's a baka. Alright, looky there. I need some more. I need some more something. Look at here. I just need some color. Some colorful stuff behind this. Like that, you know. It doesn't matter what it is. Just to cover up the lines. Like so. Oops. And then we can put Martha, Miss Martha, right there. She'll look good right there. I like this Yoo-Hoo glue. It's working quite well for me. I gotta get back to the, we need to get back and glue some stuff in the napkin book. Yeah, there's Martha. Now we need something up here. What should we put up there? Oh, look. We can put this. I just don't think I have an eye, a crafty eye for collaging. Can you see what I'm doing? I just don't think my eye catches things like other people's. And oh well, I try. That's all you gotta do is just try. I remember when I was little, and to entertain me, my mom had bought a book. I think it was like a photo album type book. It had black pages in it, and they were kind of like crate, not crate paper, but anyway, a weird paper. And she, to entertain me, she always wanted me to sit down and glue in that book. And I couldn't figure out why she wanted me to do something stupid like that. Now I know why. She wanted me to have the eye for, and she wanted me to get out of her hair. Because basically, I was just a little girl that was almost an only child, because my brothers were so much older than me, and they were in school, and I was home with my mama, and she wanted me to entertain myself. We also used to play store, and my mom always had candy. I wish I had those. Candy dishes, because my dad worked for the railroad, and this is another Martha. My dad worked for the railroad, and they had, the wives had a club that called Pinochle Club, where they went to each other's house once a month and played pinochle. And they would have these candy dishes. There was several card tables set up, and they would have these. See, I have another one that's Norman Rockwell, but this one I need to keep, I think, because it's got a lot of things that have Wes's stuff on them. Anyway, so I like this. 5 Secrets of Hummingbirds. I'm going to put that right there. And then she'd have these candy dishes. And what was left over, we would play store. And she would let me have a card table. And she wanted me to learn how to count money. And how to give change back. And I can remember this one time. She had one little piece of hardtack candy that she wanted, and I was charging her a whole nickel for it. And she said, "Oh no, that's too much money. I am not paying you a nickel for this little piece of candy." Well, that was the end of my store days. I was like, I am not doing this anymore. If you're not going to pay me, I'm done. And away I went. I wasn't going to play store with her no more. And then I was eating all my profits anyway. I was sitting there eating the candy. But she always got the money back anyway. She was just trying to teach me how to count money and how to give change back. And she'd go around doing her housework, and I'd be sitting there like I was a store. And, you know, and people would come in, I'd say, "Welcome. Can I help you? Would you like a piece of my candy?" That was fun. Alright, I'm going to put these flowers on here too, because I think they're pretty. And I think I'm just going to put them on there. Because that's what I do. So yeah, I'm going to immigrate back to my Utah, even though there's so much drama there that I really do not need the drama in my life. But I need to be close to my children. I have one son that's in jail right now. He'll be in there for 6 months. And when he gets out, all of his fines and everything will be paid for. And he'll have a clean slate, except for he's a heroin addict. And that just breaks my heart that he's a heroin addict. Okay, let's see what I can find, what else I can find to put in that little spot. I'd like to find something fun, like a bird or a... Oh, look! Here's a... What is that? That's a... It's in Michigan. It's a... We used to call them tomato worms. Those green worms. Caterpillars. Are they caterpillars? Or are they just green nasty worms? They don't hurt you, but they're just ugly. This is my straight edge page. Yeah. There's that. And there's that. And I need one other thing. I don't know what this is. It looks like some kind of a bee in Florida. And so with him being an addict, and I'm hoping he'll stay clean after he gets out of jail, but you never know. You just never know what they're going to do. And now I need that one there and that one there. And this one's green. I want something else. Here's a yellow. a yellow bee. Because, you know, right now he's basically been banned from everybody's, his brothers, his father, his sister. Nobody wants him around because he's, you know, if you let him in your house, you won't have anything when he leaves. He will, yeah, he will steal. And that's what drug addicts do. And it really saddens my heart. Well, that doesn't work either. Come on, I want something that's not green. What else? Something little that's not green. Red. I'll put that on there. Whatever it is. It's pretty. It's pretty, and I think it'll work. Okay, let's see. We have that, and we have this, and this isn't going to work on there. We're going to just make this work. Going to make it work. So, yeah. So, that's my dilemma about moving back to Utah. Plus, I'll be leaving my church family here, and that's going to be sad because I love my church family here. And in Utah, they don't have Southern Baptists. And that's what's going to hurt me the worst, is they don't have any Southern Baptist churches out there. It's not, yeah. My husband, my Mr. West, he was afraid when I told him that after he passed away that I would probably go back to Utah, and he was really afraid of that because of the church situation, and he didn't want me to get hung up in the Mormon church, which that's the prominent church out there. So that's another thing I have to look at. But you see, my dilemma is I have nobody here in Ohio. When I came out here thinking that, with the intentions that my husband was going to marry me and we were both going to move back to Utah. But then we found out that he could not leave his doctors that he had here. Plus, he didn't want to leave his mommy. And so it made it quite difficult for me, because, you know, he promised me, and you just can't go by promises that are not kept. But I understand that he couldn't leave his doctors. But there was doctors in Utah that he could have found. So, we're good cardiac doctors. And why won't that piece? Ah! 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 This is like a jigsaw puzzle. Finding things to fit on there. So that's that story. And I loved him so much that I still love him. But he's past tense, so. And I knew that he was comfortable with his medical situation here, so I didn't want to disrupt that. Alright, we have a white space. And we have white spaces down here, so what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We are going to leave this page. And let me see, I've been on here for an hour, so I think I'm going to wrap it up, guys. And, yeah, I want to come back and do some other stuff. But this was fun, gluing. I need to make some painty papers. So, okay, let's see what we did today. Let's wrap it up. We did this page. We still need some work on it, but, you know, it turned out good. And then we did this page, which we got to work on. And it turned out good. And then we did this page, where we just put down Trader Joe newspaper. And we will have to work on it too. Yeah. And then we just finished these two pages. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'm glad to be back. And I want to make this a everyday occurrence, if not every day, at least every third day or something, to get going on this channel. And yeah, and helping with my health. So thanks for coming today and watching. And if you liked it, and YouTube would really like it if you gave me a thumbs up, and if you commented, and if you shared, I would really like it if you commented and you shared and you subscribed. Thanks for coming. Bye bye. I gotta find my mouse. I found my mouse. Bye bye, guys.